What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
How's it going? How you doing?
Good to see you again.
Yeah. Can't beat this weather. So had some good weather the first couple practices, first three, so it's good.
Gus was already bracing himself for 90 degrees on Saturday.
Yeah. Is that the forecast is?
Something like that.
Yeah. It was a little bit hotter today, and it was cooler the first 2 days, and the kids felt it today, so that's good we felt it. But they, the situation is, guess what? We live in Florida, in Orlando, Florida. It's going to be hot, so.
All right, Coach. So you've been here a few months now, and now that you've been out there for your third day, just how is it just being back at UCF and kind of working with the guys and installing your offense?
Well, I'm ecstatic. I'm really proud of the players on the offensive side of the ball, and as far as embracing me and going through installing a whole new offense. And it's not easy, and they've been great. It's been a process. We went through, February was a big install and walkthroughs. The one thing we did with the wide receivers and the quarterbacks and the tight ends and the running backs is we started throwing the day I got here. And we went out there and started throwing. And it wasn't pretty the first day. The second day we got better. Third day, and it has led into weeks of progression where we have progressed to a point where we have improved tremendously at every position in throwing the football. And that's what you have to do at the quarterback positions. You got to throw every route, and we've been doing that. And it's been a grind, but that's what you do to go build the passing game to where we need to get to. I'm excited about this offense. I'm excited about the offensive line and the depth we have. I'm excited about our running backs, our tight ends. We have experience there, and we have youth that is really coming along. So the wide receiver position, again, we're very talented. The depth we're continuing to build, so we have depth. And it's a situation where we're building this one day at a time. And Coach Malzahn talks about all the time about we're building the foundation, and it's like building a house. And when you first build a house, you see a foundation, you see pipes and everything, and it doesn't look so pretty, but you've got to imagine what the final product's going to be, and that's what we're working for right now. And I said, guys, we have to build it every day. And we're installing the offense right now, and it's a process. It's a mental process, and it's one thing to walk through it. It's one thing to do it. In our first day in pads, it was rusty. Our first day in pads. The bottom line is we can be a lot better, and we're going to be a lot better. But there was a lot of great things that happened today.
What's been the players' reaction to your style of coaching? How have these first three practices gone from your perspective?
Again, the players have been great. And the one thing is that I put God first place, because without Him it doesn't matter. And the players, the one thing I feel is their spirit, their energy, what they stand for, and it's exciting, and how they've embraced that, and how hard they've worked, and in the weight room with Coach Dawson, and how they're preparing themselves and building it. And I talk about sowing seeds. You sow seeds every day. You can throw the seeds on the ground and hope they grow, or you can put them in the ground and then cultivate them. And that's the one thing we talked about in manhood with Coach Ingram, and it's so true. And I said, guys, the final products that we grow, you don't see. So you have to have faith. You have to have faith in all the work that you put in and what we're putting in right now.
You've mentioned wanting to push the ball vertically, so what's the maybe timeline of installing that portion of the offense, and what sort of progression do you want to see by the end of the spring?
We started installing day one, and from day one to day two, it got better and better. Us pushing the ball down the field and throwing the ball vertically down the field. Our defense does a great job of taking the top off. I know our defensive staff, they pride themselves on not letting deep balls get over their head. But we've done a really good job of being able to read progression reads, know where our reads are. We got to continue to get better, but I'm excited where the quarterbacks are right now on day 3. First day in pads for a quarterback, guys, is, you've been throwing since the bowl game with no pads on, then you add 3 pounds of pressure, 3 pounds on your shoulder, and go out there and go try to throw exactly perfect isn't going to happen. But today was a good day. Today was a good day throwing. But we got to get used to shoulder pads, and that's normal in every program that I've been in.
Coach, what's your relationship been like with the position coaches, and what do you expect from them to, help you facilitate your job?
Well, I love our position coaches. Herb Hand, incredible, and we've come together extremely well as far as all the position coaches. And Grant Hurd, the receiver coach, does a great job and has been, building relationships with his receivers and with the new offense, and the receivers are excited about it. And then with Cam Martin, who came in and has really just took off, and he's got tons of energy. And the running backs, again, we have a really good core of running backs, and I'm really excited about Cam. And Cam and I were together when I was here before, and we both left, and then we both came back. So really enjoyed Cam Martin and his coaching style and who he is as a person, and he coaches hard. And then you got Brian Blackman, who's our tight end coach, who does he's been a head coach, lots of wisdom, and again, he's our special teams coordinator. So he has coordinator, he understands big picture stuff. So our staff, and then all our GAs and all our analysts and volunteers, they all work together, and it builds a team, and we do it together.
Coach, with so much talent at the quarterback position, the running back position, kind of getting early in spring, you're trying to find that foundation. How do you split those reps, just to kind of make sure everybody you can see them in different situations and with different personnel? How do you as a coach kind of go into spring splitting those reps? Is it by design? Do you kind of have them on a pitch count? Or do you kind of let their play and performance kind of sort those reps out?
No, we definitely, at every position, we make sure that everybody has reps, and we script that out. And we know who's going in and what plays they need to have. And in the quarterback room, again, it's been great. Splitting those reps up, and we're going to continue to do that. And that's where we have the gold, black, and white groups, and everybody's getting reps. And our young players, we want them to get reps and them to build. That's what spring's for. And so, again, the final product doesn't need to be done until we have our first game. But the bottom line is that's why we're building it daily.
What are you seeing from your quarterbacks out there? Obviously, John Rice comes back after starting last year. There's another quarterback that was a starter at his previous school. I know Thomas is getting another year of experience. What are you seeing from your guys early on?
Yeah, John Rice, again, with the new offense and everything that's been going on with him, I'm extremely pleased where he's at right now. And his leadership qualities are off the chart. And he has been doing a great job as a leader. And again, his quarterback, his feet have improved tremendously. We've been working on that, which is a big part. Everybody says that, everybody talks about quarterbacks' arms, but it's your feet. And putting them in the right direction, how you work the pocket, and then vision down the field. Being able to see the receivers and find them and understand your progression, and being able to go through it quickly in your mind. And again, after 3 days, I'm pleased where we are. We got to get better. Tommy has done an exceptional job. He has really worked very, very hard at the offense and understanding it. I'm very pleased where he is. Very pleased. I love his leadership. I love the qualities about him. He has that it factor about him. And I think the biggest thing with him is, as a true freshman, you look at me, a quarterback, a true freshman, I was completely different than I was a redshirt freshman. And then from a redshirt freshman to a redshirt sophomore, etc. So again, we're in his second year in this spring ball. I'm excited what he's done the first 3 days. Really excited where he's at. And then, Timmy has done again, he has gotten so much better. From the first day I saw him throwing to where he's at right now. And so we got to continue to build those three. And again, we're a tight-knit group in that room. And I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Coach, I know you're only 3 days into spring, and you got the whole spring and summer to really go into fall. But say by the spring meeting, what are you really hoping? What are the offense is going to be by then?
Well, first of all, that we master the offense. We master what we install, and we won't install completely everything, but we'll install 90% of it, that we master it, that we know it by heart, and that the players understand what we're trying to get done on every play and define that. And then I want to see us being able to throw the ball and complete the football down the field. We're going to run the ball, and we're going to be great at running the football. And I'm excited about that. And again, being able to throw the football down the field. And when I say throw the football down the field, we want to throw it, but not necessarily always over the defense's head. We want to be able to find seams. We want to fail the dig routes. We want to be able to check it down when we need to, and know where to go with the football. That's what I want. I want those quarterbacks knowing this offense inside and out, where they feel comfortable going into the summer. And that's how you grow.
How important is it to figure out the offensive line up front, new faces, maybe finding your center? How critical is figuring that out this spring?
Well, Coach Hand and Coach Malzahn, trust me, are on it daily. And today's the first day in pads. So the first 2 days are with offensive linemen. It's until you put the pads on, it's a whole different deal. So again, that's going to be an evaluation process that we're going to continue to evaluate daily, and continue to see where we need to put people and what needs to be the best situation. I'll tell you this though, we have a lot of options. We do. And we have some players that are injured right now that aren't going through spring that we will add into that roster. And I think we're going to have great depth at the offensive line position.
Coach, what do you want this offense mentality to be?
Bottom line is discipline, attitude, toughness, and effort. It's the first thing I did when I walked in the room. I said, guys, discipline, attitude, toughness, and effort. When you put the film on, that's what I want people to say about us. That's it. The plays and all that don't matter if we don't have discipline, attitude, toughness, and effort. And we preach it daily. And the players are embracing it. The players are talking about it. And when I say effort, we're running down the field and we're being unselfish. We're thinking about others. We're thinking about our teammates. And that is the mentality that we want to have. And again, like I said, when people put the film on and watch you play, what do they say about you? What do they say about you? So every day, your resume is your film. Your resume is your film. You can talk all you want off the field and everything, but the bottom line is that your resume is your film.
What was it like for you as a player? You were a two-sport guy for a little while, right? You played on the basketball team, and March Madness is going on, and weren't you part of the first UCF team that went to the NCAA tournament?
Yes, I was.
What was that experience like? And also, you've got a little perspective knowing what John Rice is going through.
No, there's no doubt. And I asked to play basketball every year, and Gene McDowell would say no every year. And finally, my junior year, he said, "Yeah, we'll let you go play basketball." And Kirk Spurall was the basketball coach, and when I walked in to go ask him, and a lot of the basketball players knew who I was, and they knew what kind of athlete I was, but the bottom line is I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I got there, and I started playing basketball, and I couldn't get through practice. Football shape is way different than basketball shape, and I had to get myself in shape to be able to go compete on the basketball floor. It's a completely different environment, completely different level. But it was an unbelievable experience, and Coach Spurall was unbelievable, letting me be a part of the team and embracing that role that I had in the team. And we did win the championship, and we did go to Rupp Arena in Kentucky and go play against Glenn Robinson and Purdue, and it was a heck of it was really exciting, and it was something I'll never forget.
Coach, you talked about some leadership from your quarterback position. Are there any other guys from any other position on your offense that are kind of standing out, that are kind of stepping into that role? I know previous years they have a bunch of older guys like Sam, Isaiah Bowser that stepped into that role. Are there any guys kind of standing out to you right now?
Alec Holler, number one. He's a leader. He's a senior. He's a leader, and he's incredible. And then you've got the receivers. We got one right back here who's a leader, Javon Baker. I mean, he is a leader, and he's leading by example on the practice field right now, and he's giving effort. Coach Malzahn just put up a video of him, giving great effort and going and blocking for the running back down the field. We got, Kobe Hudson, who is a leader, and people follow him. And you know, on the offensive line, we have several leaders on the offensive line that are standing out. And Lakai, got to make sure I say it right every time. Lakai, though, is a leader for that offensive line. There's no doubt about that. John Rice is a leader, and so is Tommy. They're both leaders, and I'm really, you know, when you have a really good offense, it's player-led. Bottom line, it's player-led. And we got great kids here. We really do. And they understand leadership. And, you know, Gus Malzahn is our head coach and our leader. You can feel that. And our players, they want to go do well. They want to do the right things. And it's exciting to go watch them go out there on the field. Now, again, today was a hot day, first day in pads, and we'll get better on Saturday, and we got to continue to build this thing and install the offense.
You mentioned Javon and Kobe. Well, as far as the slot position, you've got a lot of different options there, both from a size and skill dimensions.
Yeah, and Xavier is doing great. We had him running routes all down the field today, and he was huffing and puffing. But that's how you build it. That's how you build it. And again, all the receivers are doing a great job as far as that goes, and we are going to throw the football down the field. And again, in that process, we got to go through that and that conditioning.
Well, I was going to say, with that position specifically, what do you envision out of it, considering you have somebody like Xavier and then you have somebody like Trent Whittemore who's also played there, who's a much different looking kind of person?
Yeah, and again, that with you know, our tight ends and how they can catch the ball, and again with our slot receivers, it all works together, because the whole system doesn't work unless we have success, because there's a lot of plays where all of them can get the ball. Every one of them can get the ball. It's all based on the defense. It's what the defense gives us, and that's what I'm going through right now, progression reads with the quarterbacks, and we're looking at coverages, and our defense does a great job of showing us so many different coverages, and that's the process of being able to understand where to go with the football and to get it out on time.
Very perfect. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right,